everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Randy Prizzle's Link and Ting with me, Randy Prizzle. How you guys all doing out there? Everything good, shway, crispy, irie. But you know what we're usually here for? Just the linking and the tinging. Now before that, I did say some revealing stuff, obviously about my previous love encounters with someone. So if you haven't checked out that episode, you can check that out on the Clairpoint podcast, but obviously wanted to clarify and say that, you know what I mean, my general take on all of that is that I didn't just mean in generally of just that person, you know what I mean. I found, let's say, a disconnect with is probably with, myself too. And, in terms of people around me as well, I found it pretty difficult to really engage with bringing more females into my life. At that period of time, this is during my 20s, so coming obviously into my 30s now, I've grown, I've learned a lot. I'm doing this Lincoln ting, obviously as a banter ting, but if I find someone at the end of this, brilliant. But I'm doing it on a bit of both, to find someone, but also to have some fun while trying to do it as well. So just to clarify that. Ching! Final smiling. I don't know what I'm smiling at you guys, but yes. Onwards to the linking and tinging for all of that monologue and that, you know what I mean? So let's get into it, guys. We come to Elisa. Elisa is saying, the way to win me over is with a spicy margarita. So she has to do the drink, you know what I mean? Like the Pharrell song. I've been working all day. Now it's time to see her. You can do the bar. Sip margarita. All of that. Do you know what I mean? If you remember the Pharrell song, people that do remember it. But if they don't, then it is what it is. She's 33, she's 5'9", she's the head of PR. She's got a picture of Thierry Henry in old school days. That already is a big like for me. You know what I mean? I'm a gooner. Big up her having a picture of Thierry Henry, the legend. You know what I mean? The guy who brought Vava Voom to football. Do you know what I mean? Doing all that while he's in the cardlets, doing the voom voom and all of that. Do you know what I mean? Big up to Thierry Henry. That's my G right there, man. My guy. Do you know what I mean? Thierry Henry, TH14. Legend of Arsenal. She should get a live for me just because she has that. But anyways, it's a smooth one. I'm not trying to link Thierry. I'm trying to link pause on that one. But yeah. Says the most influential woman in my life is Elaine from Seinfeld. I'm not gonna lie, I've not watched Seinfeld programs, but I heard it's very good. It's classic and that, but I've never watched Seinfeld. I probably should get onto it, do you know what I mean? But it's mad that I do know a bit of the theme tune. It's mad, but it is what it is. So, she says, which is the most important to you, The Wire or The Sopranos? Again, I've only watched bits of both. I haven't watched all of them. The Sopranos, I heard, is a classic. The Wire, do you know what I mean? It is what it is with The Wire. I couldn't really get into the first couple of episodes of The Wire, so the jury's still out on that one. But I've heard beyond that, it's a very, very good series. Soprano, I've only seen bits, so again, I can't really say. Again, excuse the background noise. It is what it is. We're not alone. It's just things that I'm going through. And yes, it was the sound of toilets. Flush, flush. All the ball is going out, so it is what it is. But anyways, let's get on to more of what Elise's saying, and that's it. She's not saying much. She's just posing on the boat. She's good. She's on a boat like the Lonely Island guys. Do you know what I mean? Doing all of that, but during the river setting. So you know what I mean. She looks like she's on the River Thames. Having a good float around. So big up to her for doing the floating and that. So and that. So anyways, let's move on and move forward from that one. Shalenka Love. Okay, his name Shalenka Love. Now, obviously, what Shalenka is saying is that I'm overly competitive when it comes to foosball. So obviously she likes the football settings, so she can do the football stuff and play some foosball. Now, I'm obviously someone who doesn't mind playing foosball. I've done that before. It's been a while since I actually played some foosball, because the times when I used to play foosball was school days. Even if school days is probably like when I went to like a Saturday school and, having some fun during the summer vacations and holidays. So we had a special school that was there, and I think that's probably the last time I can remember playing some good old foosball, but apart from that, it's been a while. It's been a long time like this. I should have left you without a dope beat. Step two, step two, step two, step two, step two, step two, ricket, all of that. She's 29, she's 5'7", she's a makeup artist. Now, what more she's saying? The hallmark of a good relationship is having God in the center. Also, love of food and going out to eat. I agree with the food stuff. I mean, gotta be a big foodie in that. Man, love the food. Want to chow down, eat majority of the times. Hungry, starving, want to eat food like the Wiley song, the pies tea. Who ate all the pies? Who ate all the pies? There goes Randy, he ate all the pies, boy. Who ate all the pies? Who ate all the pies? There goes Randy, he ate all the pies, boy. But anyways, what more she's saying? Best travel story, decided what country to go to on arrival to the airport. Well, that's spontaneous, isn't it? She literally just showed up to the airport and went, hey, let me just get a one-way traveling ticket to go to somewhere that's nice. Listen, obviously, during the settings to just travel, but it would have been a mad one, obviously, if she travelled during a period of time where it was probably cold. If she went with stuff that was very skimpy or very, revealing in those terms, where it was not probably a lot, short trousers and that, and the weather was cold outside. It just was looking absolutely abysmal then. But obviously, it probably was maybe a warm time during those period of times. But that's spontaneous. That's cool that she's able to just get outside the box and do certain things. But obviously, listen, if she had to probably work during a period of time, it's a bit crazy though, still, like the Niles Barkley song. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. But anyways, let's move on to what more she's saying. That's it. There's not much. Do you know what I mean? But Shanekalov, which I don't believe that's her actual real name, but it's still what it is. She's a good-looking girl. You know what I mean? I think the problem is my head journal will reach the kind of neck area, just below that, because obviously she's a bit taller than that. But she seems like she's a nice girl. I can't obviously close that off because what she's put on the profile's food and all of that. I'm definitely interested to get to know. She looks like she likes to play foosball as well, so those are plus points. So I'm going to give her a like, and I'm going to say we can do foosball anytime. I was going to say some really, really bad, dirty stuff, but I'm not going to do it. Some of you probably already know. If you know the mind of Randy, he's getting a bit on the side where Randy likes to banter, but in a dirty way, you would have known. But anyways, I would just put, let's play some foosball together. Let's get physical. You want to get physical, and then what do and do your body walk, or your body, do the body talk. Let's get physical, get physical. Everywhere the body talk, the body talk, the body talk. Body talk, yeah, physical, your body, yeah, physical, body talk. Sometime, let me go, sometimes, what you wanna do. Anyways, let's move forward now to Marina. Marina is saying, I want someone who is a Christian and respects women. Okay, yeah. So why have you paused there? Do you not respect? Well, of course I do. I respect women a lot. I play football with women. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate women obviously have the intelligence than probably some of us men do in general, in terms of where they know how to control the surroundings a lot more than we do. You know what I mean? And I appreciate a woman. I mean, obviously my mum's a woman, my sister's a woman as well. So, I appreciate a lot of love for women because I was raised by two very strong women. So I do, but also I have my doubts. I can have doubts as well. You know what I mean? But I do respect the two strong women in my life, and a woman who does come into my life would gain all my love and respect. So, obviously if it's a real serious nature thing, it will happen. But anyways, she's 29, she's 5'9", and she's an account manager. What Marina is saying, she says, you should not go out with me if you're figuring out your dating goals. Now, I'm not going to lie, I still am. I'm still figuring them out because I don't know the intentions of someone. I feel like, personally, she may want to do bad things. And listen, if that's what it is, if it's bad things you're after, we can do bad things. Do you know what I mean? We can have some fun. Do you know what I mean? Listen, we can do all of that, the Cool and the Gang stuff. Let's go out tonight, baby. Let's do it together. Let's go out tonight. Let's have big fun. Get it on, turn it up. Oh, so fun. You know, we can do all of that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a good looking girl. I just generally think, you know what I mean, there needs to be a lot more to the substances. Obviously, let's have a conversation. Let's see how things go. If we're both in agreement, this is what it is, then let's have some fun. If it's not an agreement that we want to do the long-term dating thing, then let's do some long-term dating thing. I can never rule out something and go, okay, doors are shut there. I'm obviously trying to be a lot more open and try to see where this is going to go. If it's going to go down a route of where fun, then let's do the fun stuff like the Janelle Monáe song and featuring the Fun Guys. Tonight we are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can go brighter than the sun. You know what I mean? Let's do that. But you know, it is what it is. Let's see what more she's saying. She says, my simple pleasures, anime, food, and supermalt. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had supermalt in a while. You know, the last time I had supermalt, 4 or 5 years ago. I think it was that long ago. But anime, as I said, I'm watching parts of anime now. A few series I am watching. You know, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. There's a few other ones in there. I can't quite remember all of them. Oh, a Clash of, obviously, Titans. Attack on Titans. Clash of Titans. I'm thinking of the other film with the flipping gods going to war with Pegasus and all that, Perseus. Yeah, that old school settings one. But anyways, let's move forward. I like what she's put there. That's something I can really roll in the deep with, like the Adele song. You should have heard it all, rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside of your hand. Well, I don't know if she's played to the beat yet, but we'll see. You know what I mean? But she's really tall. That's obviously one thing I'm saying. Literally, she's 5'9", and I'm obviously a 5'4". A short cake compared to her. Do you know what I mean? It's his head generally reached the chest area. It's a pleasurable activities further, obviously on my part. I don't know if that's going to be it. You know what I mean? Me kissing the top of her chest, and I can't be kissing her on the lips. It's just all sorts of madness going on there. But anyways, on the summarization thing, she looked like a tech body gal. People don't know what that is. She got bunda, she got body, she got thighs, chicken tenders, all of them and the above. You know what I mean? Steaky looking. You know what I mean? Very smoky. You know what I mean? And she seems like she has a nice personality. I think just the fact that she's really tall, my head's generally reach the chest there. I don't know if she stated that you need to figure out what the dating goals are. And obviously, I don't think it's obviously for pleasurable activity she'd want man for. So, you know, I think in terms of like level we could probably get on. But yeah, I just don't think she wouldn't want to date a shorty like me. So on those fronts and on those levels, it's going to be a no for me. We come to Lisa. Lisa is saying, my love language is sharing music. So if your music's dead, I don't really want to hear it, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. So people say, well, what do you mean by dead music? I'm talking about death metal, stuff that's really dark and despairy, probably even like really like poor country music. Like, I don't mind something that's like Dolly Parton-ish or even that Shabuzi guy. You know what I mean? Everybody in the bar getting tipsy. Something that isn't as slow and, you know what I mean, deep, and something that's just, you know, that can just roll with the weeds, man. Nothing like that. You know what I mean? I want something that's kind of upbeat, tempo-ish. Do you know what I mean? Really get it pumping and flowing and that. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm about, generally. Not apart from death metal, that's just madness. Do you know what I mean? It's just dark despair and all of that. You know what I mean? Jumping into the deepest blue parts of the ocean and that. It's just mad. But anyway, she's 36, 5'5", and she works in medical comms. She's right height, just an inch taller than me. It's just good settings there, do you know what I mean? Let's find out more. She says, the one thing I'd love to know about you is your favourite tiny desk performance. Why do I feel I've come onto this girl before? I remember that question from last time. I probably do remember that question. Yeah, because I've seen some things that I'm like, yeah. Repeated for the win. It's going to be a no, because obviously repeated settings. We're moving to someone else. Daff says, the key to my heart is travel and a nice bag. Listen, if she's off the stuff like the Birkin Ting, she can go and find it on her own. Let's be honest there. Do you know what I mean? But obviously travelling is cool. A nice bag, it depends what type of bag it is. This man's not willing to fork out hundreds of grand for literally on any piece of trash. Do you know what I mean? That probably you're going to rock once a month or so. Allow it. Do you know what I mean? No. Because at this point in time, all I really want is money in my pocket, cash in my hand, yes, Skrilla in my wallet. All I really want is money in my pocket, hands full of cash, and Skrilla in my wallet. Yeah. But anyway, she's 26, she's 5'6", she's a nail technician. Okay? She says, my love language is receiving gifts and acts of service. It depends what type of receiving gifts and acts of service she's talking about. You know what I mean? Like maybe she's on the Cardi B WAP sort of vibes or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Doing all of that. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, let's just move forward. Dark, deepest blue thoughts coming out, do you know what I mean? Like the ocean. My deepest blue, ding, ding, ding. Am I dreaming now? Walking on water, don't know how to feel you, baby. Every time I try to get closer. Anyways, she says, I brag about you to my friends. You share your food with me, even if I said I didn't want any. That's annoying to me, to be honest. You know what I mean? I would usually share it, but if I tried to order something from you and you said you didn't want it, and then you're playing these games and trying to take stuff off my plate and say, hey, well, I said you didn't want it, and then now you want to take it from my plate, that's a bit of a red flag. I'm not going to lie. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit bad because you said you didn't want it, and then suddenly you see me eating and you want something of mine now. Now listen, I'll probably offer you once, like a chip or something. If it's chicken, I'm not giving you the full leg, and I'll give you probably half of a wing or something. Say, listen, it's 2 peas, the wishbone, to pull it apart. We could potentially, it could be a love thing for us, staying together and that. Do you know what I mean? And all of them things and that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a love thing. All about it, you must be. When the love we made, it's a love thing. It's a love thing. All of that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. So then all the other songs. Let's stay together. Loving you forever. Ever. How's it good about happy or sad? Why? But anyways, next thing she's saying, she said, him. Who do you think you are? Me? She thinks she's a princess. Do you know what? Those ones are usually the ones that are the most troublemakers. The ones that are the princesses. Because they'd want everything handed to them. And they believe that they deserve these certain things. But what are you bringing to the table? That's the question. If you're bringing jack all to the table, then you can jack off. It's just as simple as that. And that's what I want to say on that. We're moving on from Daphne. It's going to be a no for me. We're going to come to Jar. Like Jar of all. Ooh, baby. Oh, where would I be without you? Only dream about you. Only trying to be lonely. Baby girl, put it on there. Oh. But anyways, what she's saying, try to guess this about me. My favourite sea creature? I don't know. You know what I mean? I'll have to go under the sea to find out. Under the sea. Under the sea. Down line. Under the sea. Probably a crab, I'm guessing at this point in time. Crabs. Catching crabs, eating crabs. So crabs. Not giving out crabs, but catching them. Like the Pokemon stuff. I wanna be the very best. Whatever was. Couch them is my being test. The training is my course. But anyways, she's 30, she's 5'1", she's a hairstylist. Grand design. She says, this year I really want to travel internationally. This app is overwhelming. Message on IG, she says. Not going to reveal the IG because obviously, probably for my settings alone and that, you know what I mean? Anyways, what more she's saying? Obviously, if I like, I probably would message her on IG and that. Don't really do the private messaging things, but you know what I mean? This time I probably would for once, maybe. Call my number, cause it's love of the line, baby, I'm in love, and we can get high all the time. One by one, call my number, cause it's love of the line. But anyways, she says, the way to win me over is good food. Yeah, good food is always key to the heart and the soul and that, so you could turn it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Is it really love or just a game? But anyways, she seems like a nice gal. You know what I mean? Someone who seems cool and that. Not really much to go on the profile of that. But she says she's travelling internationally. So she could be here, there and everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Doing all sorts of roundabouts and turns and that. Do you know what I mean? 3-point turns. I don't know. And she's literally going to be parallel parked in the spot for one type of love, or she's moving in different generations and directions. We don't know. Do you know what I mean? She says she's here, but is she really here? Do you know what I mean? She's one of them things in there where she's confusing. All of them things then there and above. Don't know where she's really going. Is she floating like a dove, or is she really trying to do some things that isn't really appeasing to the love? I tried to make it right, but yes. Anyways, for Jar, it's probably going to be. It's a risky one still. It's a risky one. I'm going to say yes. Let me just try and capture that. You know, mental capture that. And that is it, guys. Well, that's all we've got for this episode of... I've forgotten my train of thoughts now. It's caught me off guard, you know what I mean? All of that. But anyways, traveling internationally and that. But anyways... But yes, this is all this episode is for Link and Ting with me, Randy Prizzle. I appreciate you guys. If you're feeling this episode, there's a background noise and that, but it's ending soon, so we ain't going to hear any more of that. But if you're feeling this episode, you know what to do below, all of that, and the above. Big up, obviously, my guy Shaku, aka Artificial. You can see that, it's creases, obviously, showing it probably. Doing the creases like John Crease and that, but yeah, you know what I mean? So, Artificial, check it out, Artificial stuff. Look at that, and yeah, just type it up, you should be able to find a lot more info on it and that. But a new hoodie is out as well, so you know what I mean, I've forgotten the name of it, but it's out. Go and check it out, you can see if you like all of that. It's a real background noise going on, man. It's the thunder and lightning stuff, you know what I mean? Thunder, like a thunder, lightning and the thunder. So yeah, but anyways, big up yourselves, and obviously if you're feeling this episode, you know what to do below all of that. And you know what we usually do here when we finish? Let go. Let go. Oh, let go.